biggest mental block of developing great leaders? Many years ago, I have committed to become a student of leadership. Many years ago, I have totally 100% subscribed to leadership. Everybody wants to become a great leader. More importantly, everybody wants to develop leaders around them. I don't care if it's sports, entrepreneurship, running a church, being a parent, whatever that might be. Leadership is the bottom line. Leadership is everything, right? But unfortunately, as people wanting to become a leader, wanting to build leaders, and eventually they gave up in the process of building great leaders. Let me explain to you one of the biggest mental blocks that's stopping people developing great leaders. I can share with you one of the biggest things I realized is that many leaders, they want to develop other leaders and build other leaders, and they're constantly focusing way too much energy on selling the dream, selling the vision, selling the future. We ought to sell the future. We ought to sell the vision. We ought to sell the dream. No question about it. That has to be talked about all the time. But I believe the reason why most entrepreneurs cannot develop the next wave of great leaders is because they're not spending enough time to talk about crisis, anticipation. What if this thing happened? What if you go through a personal crisis in your life? Maybe going through a divorce, maybe you get sick. What will happen to your business? Are you anticipating to handle that? What would be your next one or two strategy to handle it when it comes up? I don't think we spend enough time to talk about what if one of your biggest sales leader who's been with you for 15 years, the most loyal guy, and all of a sudden this person leave the company for whatever reason and go to your competitive firm. What would that happen? How do you handle that? What if today you encounter a lawsuit and you could do everything right? Doesn't mean that people cannot mess with you. Are you ready to handle that? Do you have a defense team in place to defend you when that happens? What if today you're elevating, you become a little bit successful and you start to become arrogant, you start to become kind of like a peacock. You kind of feel that, oh my God, I am, doing great. I am on top of the world, and all of a sudden you become soft. All of a sudden you become loose. Bam, the roller coaster is coming and you drop. And all of a sudden you lose a lot of people that's working around you. A lot of businesses gone. How do you rebound back? You see, those things I talk about, not many leaders talk about. Not many leaders can constantly remind their people, what if you don't do this? What happened? What happened to your life? What happened to your business? I think that's one of the biggest mental block. Why so many people are not able to become a great leader. More importantly, they cannot build great leaders. Look, if your phone is ringing off 24/7 on a daily basis, if every single day your salespeople, your employees, whoever that might be, one of your biggest leaders, constantly have to call you up to rely on you to solve the problem. And maybe you can even give them the solution and help them to solve the problem. Guess what? You still don't have a leader. You still have not built a great leader because they are still constantly relying on you to solve all their issues. To develop great leaders, you got to spend more time talking about what if, anticipation. You got to talk about crisis. What if you don't do this? What will happen to your business and life? What if you do something wrong? What will happen to you? If you don't talk about those kind of things, you won't ever get to a level where you have leadership replacement, where you have great leaders stepping up, replacing what you do. Good is good, but great is great. I'm talking about developing great leaders here. And if you want to be able to get to a level one day, your company is scaling, your business blowing up, you got to have great leaders who know how to process issue and resolve crisis problems on their own without relying on you. And the only way you can do that is to remove the mental block of trying to tell them everything's going to be great. So anyway, post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about my message of today. Let me know your own version of your own idea. How do you develop? What do you think is the best way to develop great leaders? I would definitely want to learn from you as well. So anyway, JW here. See you next time. Take care. JW here. If you like my content, comment below and download my JW Just Win app. See you next time.